Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we have got something a little bit different in the workshop. It is a Hyundai Santa Fe. One of my subscribers wants me to do a little bit of work on it just to check over the car, check out the handbrake. It's really high, so we've got to adjust the handbrake on the rear. You know, it might need some rear pads. I don't know. We need to have a look at what's going on. Just check over the car and go and take it for an MOT, basically. And yeah, he just wants to get it through the MOT, get it all sorted, and then he's going to part exit and swap it over for something else. So before we do that, guys, I'm going to go and take the Zafira for an MOT this morning as well. So really busy today. I'm not going to take the Fiesta this morning for an MOT. I'm going to take the Zafira. Yeah, that's what I've decided to do. I'll take the Fiesta tomorrow. But yeah, 2 MOTs today is enough. I'll do no more. So let's get cracking. I'm going to go and take the Zafira now. And I'll come back and I'll show you the results of that. And then we're going to bring the Hyundai Santa Fe inside the workshop, swap it over with the Fiesta, and then we're going to get cracking with that one. So let's do this. Right, okay guys, I am back from the MOT centre, and it's not good news, unfortunately. We have a foul on the Zafira. So yeah, as you can see, coil spring fractured or broken, rear and windscreen washer not working. Well, I didn't even notice that coil spring. I do the checks. I do, you know, do a kind of a visual check to walk around and stuff. I've just missed it, obviously. So that needs to be replaced. But we have got the parts car outside. So I'll be taking it off of that and yeah, swapping it over for the one on ours. And the windscreen washer not working. Well, I'll tell you now for a fact, every single time I take any car to go for an MOT, the washer jet and the wipers are the main things I check before I take it. And I'm telling you now, they were working. So something's happened on the way there. I don't know whether or not it's been clogged up or something, but we'll blow some air through the lines. Basically, if you, on these washer jet hoses here, if you unplug it from that, blow some air lines through it, it pushes the actual filter, it releases it. So I'm going to give that a go before I go and strip the Zafira down to get to the washer jet bottle. But yeah, I don't get any fouls, do I? Normally, so I'm a bit like, okay, well, it's a foul. Bit shocked, really. But, yeah, it is what it is. You have to get fouls every now and then, I suppose. But, yeah, like I said to you, we've got the parts car, so easy swap over those rear springs. They look, I've checked them out already, guys, on the parts car. They look pretty good. So they must have changed recently. They don't look corroded. They don't look rusty. They don't look old. They look in good condition. So I'll just swap them over. And then I'll put the broken one on the parts car because it don't matter. It's not being, you know what I mean? It's not getting back on the road. It's being scrapped. So, yeah, that's where we are. Let's get the Fiesta out of the way. I want to carry on. I want to get the Hyundai Santa Fe in so we can start working on that before we do on the Zafira. So I'm going to be bouncing backs and forwards on the Zafira and the Santa Fe today. So yeah, let's get the Fiesta out of the way, get the Santa Fe in. We'll have a walk around it. I'll show you the car, and we'll get that one hopefully for an MOT today without a foul. But fingers crossed. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So as you can see, we have a Hyundai Santa Fe 4-wheel drive diesel. Yeah, and so this car basically is one of my subscribers, one of my followers, and he's asked me to just have a look at it. Just, you know, just go over it. Just check it. Make sure that it's going to be all right for the MOT. Just do the basic checks and have a look around it. But he does know, and he has mentioned it to me, and I've seen it, that the handbrake is up high. It's just up too high. There's no real it's up to its maximum point. Really needs to stop about there, like halfway or something, but it's right up. And there is some adjustments that you can do behind the drum on the actual the rear handbrake shoes behind those drums discs. So we need to strip it down, take it apart, both sides, and just see if we can adjust the handbrake a little bit. There's loads of videos on YouTube how to do it. You just take the back wheels off, jack it up, and then there's an adjustable thing that you just flick. I think the old Range Rovers, the Land Rovers used to have them as well. But it's a 2010 car. So, you know, it's getting on. He knows it's getting on, but it's doing a, you know, it's been all right for him. They've enjoyed it. They used to tow it with a caravan. On the back here, you can see the tow bar, but they've recently got rid of the caravan, so they're thinking about swapping it out for something else. Don't really know what he's looking for, got to be honest, but I think he's gonna part exit for something. I think that's what he said. But overall, the car looks really clean. The alloy, look at the alloys, are so clean. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. It's a really nice, clean car, I've got to be honest. It is a diesel. He is telling me that he can smell some diesel, something diesel coming maybe from the vents inside. So that suggests that it's something to do with the injectors. If you've got leaking injectors, they release the diesel fumes or whatever, and it comes into the cab via the vents. But you know, he just can't throw a load of money on it. He wants to make sure that it's safe and secure to sell it. So he wants to get a good MOT on it with no advisories, hopefully. But I think the handbrake will be an advisory. So we're going to have a look at that today. We're going to get that looked at and sorted out. I will have a look at the engine and just have a little look around with that. I think it's had a service and that sort of stuff. It's had some work done previously. So yeah. There is just some bits and pieces to do, but honestly, it's a really nice, tidy car. So, yeah, I don't think he have any problems selling this whatsoever. It's got a nice spec as well inside. It's got leather seats. You know, even the seats themselves move back and forwards. Are they... I'm just trying to see if they are heated. Yes, they are. Heated seats as well on the front. So yeah, a nice spec car really, but it's got loads of room for the family car. So, and it looks a nice, tidy, clean car, I've got to be honest. So there we go. Right, what we're going to do first, I'm going to set you up. Let's jack it up, put some axle stands underneath, get these back wheels off, start stripping the brakes down, both sides, and then we're going to have a good look at seeing about this handbrake adjustment on this. And then, yeah, we're going to go, just have a look at it, just check, just do my normal checks, check all the bulbs, everything works as it should. I'll check the rear springs while I'm on the back here as well, because that's Zafira. Yeah, it's wound me up a little bit because I missed it, but you just look at, you know, I probably looked at it or took a glance at it, or I looked the other side and didn't look that side. I don't know what happened with that Zafira, but yeah, we'll do what we can. I'm not an MOT tester at the end of the day. That's not what I do. But I do, you know, I think I go over the top when it comes to looking at checking things and replacing things and changing things and just making sure that, yeah, you know, do the best I can for an MOT pass. And that's basically all you can do. So let's set you up. Let's get cracking and let's get this handbrake adjustment done first. Let's do this, guys. Right, okay guys, let me just cut in here, just explain what's going on and what I've found. So I've taken off both wheels. I've put on axle stands on both sides. Also put a jack on the back just to hold up the back a little bit on the tow bar. I've put blocks on the front wheels so it's not going to roll forward. I've also put it into gear, so it's never gonna move. So yeah, just because of safety reasons, guys, I don't want it to move and shift. So what I found, we've got obviously I've taken off the brake carrier, the brake pads for the back. Yeah, I've taken off that, and I've come across the actual discs are pretty solid, and the reason for it is because inside, obviously, we've got the shoes that controls the handbrake shoes. So, and it's tight. So how to release it? There is let me show you, a small hole there. And what it had a rubber cover that went over the top of it. You pop that out, and then inside there, you use a screwdriver, and there's an adjustable bracket, and you just keep flicking it until it adjusts. And that's how you sort of release the actual shoes. It's like an adjuster. I'll show you it when I strip it down. I'll show you that point as well, but that's basically what it is. I have done it already, and as you can see, it's nearly there, but it just needs a couple more adjustings, I think, just to let it go, possibly, and then it should just come away, and then we can actually see the inside of what's going on. I've got a funny suspicion that it's going to be the actual shoes on the inside are worn down, and they may need replacing. I don't think that's the kind of thing that the owner wants to hear and see, but I'll do the best I can with it, and I'll speak to the owner and see what he wants to do. It gets to a point where you have to change it because obviously safety reasons, but I think we'll check that out and have a look at it. But he don't want to spend a ton of money on it, but also he doesn't want to sell a car that's unsafe and unroadworthy. Definitely not. So, but yeah, I think he's going to part exchange it anyway. So this will just probably, if he part exchange this with like a main dealer or someone like that, they wouldn't even resell this car. They would probably, as main dealers do, they'll just run it through the auction, don't they? Send it off to auction. So that's probably what's going to happen with this one if he part exchange with a main dealer for another car. So, but it is a case of just trying to get it through the MOT without any advisories or any issues. So I'm going to set you up, guys. I'm going to crack on with this side. I'm also going to strip the other side down, do exactly the same thing. Once I've got it all stripped down, I'll come back to you and show you what is going on behind there and if we can do anything with it, basically. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so yeah, I think I'm ready to now adjust the handbrake on the adjuster, and I'll show you that on the other side. But what I've done is obviously put it on. I've done a little bit of service as well, so I've cleaned it all up, done a little bit of grease, clean WD-40 on the springs and stuff like that, but like normal multi-purpose grease on the actual shoe points themselves. And what I mean by that is that there's 3 points where the shoe actually like moves up and down, like that. As it compresses and moves like this, the shoes, it's moving on a little bit of metal like this, like this, but on the other side, and as it moves up and down. So I put a little bit of grease where it touches, basically. So there's one there, and one there, but obviously on the other side. So greased up all sides of the actual shoes. The other side's done as well. Cleaned it all up, sprayed it all in. So then basically all you do now is you put that back in place, put the disc back on, and then you've got, let me show you where it is. It's right there. So how you do it is you get a screwdriver and you turn that up and down and it gets tighter. So as that moves around here, you can adjust it in and out to get the handbrake in the correct position. Because what's happened is over time, the actual brake shoes themselves have got thinner. These have got thinner on both sides, and what happens is it takes more, because as that gets thinner, it takes more of the handbrake to lift up to get a good solid fix. So basically all I'm going to do is put the disc back on it and adjust it, keep checking the handbrake on the inside, and adjust it so that so that it doesn't take as much pull on the handbrake to engage. Does that make sense? Hope it does. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set you up, guys, crack on, and then we're going to see what it looks like once I'm finished. But I think that's going to be all right once I've done. So let's get on with that, guys. Yeah, continue. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I think we've done it. Yeah, definitely better now. So as you can see, so instead of being right up here, it grabs it there now. So yeah, nice. That's exactly where it should be. Don't want to do it any tighter, because if you do it any tighter on the actual adjuster, it'll grab the actual disc too tight. I might give it one little turn on both sides and see if it'll go. But I want to make sure that this disc is not binding and it's all freed up. Do you know what I mean? So you can keep going, and then it will lock it straight up. But that's no good. We don't want that. Yeah, I might just do one more click, both sides, and then that'll be us done for where it should be. A lot of you might think, well, why don't you just take out the rubber grommet and then just adjust it there? But, you know, taking it off, stripping it down, do a little bit of a service, putting some grease on it, just helps it a little bit more. It takes a bit more time, but I think it's worth it, guys, you know? So, yeah. Right, so that's what I want to do now. I'm going to set it back up. Let's click it, both each side, just one more click round. And then we're going to build it all back up, put it all back together, and move on to the rest of the car, really, basically, and get it ready for the MOT, which is just all the checks, make sure all the bulbs work, all the lights work, everything sort of works as it should, got fluid in it. We're going to have a quick look at the engine bay as well to see if we can see any leaks when it comes to fuel, like the injectors when it are leaking, anything like that. But yeah, I'll show you that in a little while. Let's just crack on with the back first, get this back together, and then we can move on. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, guys, so we're all back together on the rear, and the handbrake, yeah, it feels so much better. Just goes up halfway now, so yeah, you can see the position of it as in before. It was right up, so yeah, a lot better. It's definitely helped with that, so that's good. So that's done. I've just done my checks as well, the MOT checks, make sure all the lights working, everything works as it should. Got some washer jet, water, fluid, all that stuff is all filled up, so that's good. Everything works like that. So, yeah, the customer, the guy that owns the car, but basically is someone that said that he's getting a smell coming in the cab, and it smells sort of really like diesel-y. And, you know, let me get my torch. Where's my torch? Do you know what? It looks pretty clean in there. Normally you can tell if it's got any sort of leak, because... But it looks alright. But there must be a gap, I think. Something's give way, like a rubber seal, or something's just probably it's only probably just started. It's probably just seeping a little bit, and that's where the smell's coming from. I don't think it's, I don't know really, I can't, it's hard to say because there's no actual pinpoint where I can see it coming out, so it must have, yeah, definitely a strange one, this one. Not unless we've got an exhaust. It's more, it ain't like exhaust fumey, I think it's more like diesel smell, you know. So, and that could only really be coming from the injectors or one of the lines or something, maybe. Probably needs a little bit more investigating, doesn't it? Definitely a smell somewhere. But nothing really. Yeah, definitely a strange one, this one. It's like, you know, if you can physically see some indication of where it's coming out, if it's diesel, it's going to be, you know, leakage somewhere on one of the pipes, or it's going to be some sort of, you know, indication of where it is. You'd go straight to it, but because you can't, it looks alright. Apart from a bit dusty, there's no actual leaks, no oil leaks. It's pretty goddamn clean, I've got to be honest. So, yeah, a strange one. But I'll have a little dig around and see if I can find anything for the few minutes. I have got to take it to go and get an MOT very, very soon. So that'll be coming up. I'll leave it there for now. When I come back, guys, I'll show you the MOT and we'll see how we got on. But for now, I'll see you soon, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, guys, a quick change of plan. I've got about an hour before I have to take this for an MOT. So I thought, do you know what? Let's jump on the Zafira, get that shock looked at. So here you go. Parts car and the one that we need to change. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, it has got a bit of, it's got some missing at the bottom here. How did I miss that? So yeah, see it's lifting it up. It's gonna bang off. So yeah, we'll take it off of the one on here. Yeah, nice and quick. Again, parts car does it again. Just take off the part I need. So that's another £25, £30 saving, but it's nothing wrong with it. It's, you know what I mean, there's no reason to go and buy a new one. Just put this one on. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's set up both cars on axle stands up in the air, and then I'm going to use the jack to hold up each side as a lower, because I've got to undo the shock absorber at the bottom, and it releases it down. So I need to hold this up here, pull it up with the jack, release the shock absorber at the bottom, and then lower the jack, and it should just lower the spring down. So that's what we've got to do on each side. So yeah, I might as well change. I checked the other one as well on the other side, but the MOT guy's done it, so I know it's just this side that needs doing. But yeah, that's what we've got to do. So we've got about an hour. So let's crack on, get this as far as we can along, and then yeah, then we'll then we can take it back for the retest, so we can have a look at it. So I'll set you up, guys, for a minute. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right guys, so yep, that one is off and it's on over here. I had to I had to jack it back up in the end of two cars and reposition them, the jacks underneath the seals, because this part had to be lowered down as well. And yeah, this rear axle wouldn't come down with the with the jacks, with the axle stands underneath that, so I had to move them over to there. But I swapped it over. This is the other one back in place. They do look new and do condition. Look at, even if I wipe that off, they look really good, in good condition. So I'm just thinking now, should I just swap both sides over? I don't know whether or not swap this one over as well. I'll have a look at the other one. I'll have a look at it on the other side. If it's okay, I might just leave it. It doesn't. This looks actually quite new. But the one I've sort of just, this one here doesn't look actually that new. So it looks like it's just replaced one side, which is this side, which is the handy bit. So it's in place, guys. All I've got to do now is just put it all back together. Pull the sorry, I'm knackered, I can't speak properly. The shock absorber, get those back in place, both sides. Use the jack to lift it up, and we can run it down to the MOT centre. You can have a look at that, and away we go. So you can see this is the broken one, so it should be another coil continuous to hold the bottom of this, and that's why it's so loose. So yeah, there we go. Didn't even see it. Right, let's do the reverse. Just put it all back together, and then we should be good to go to the MOT centre, guys. Fingers crossed that is it. Oh, let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so that is the rear shock done. Definitely brand new. That's definitely been changed recently, so that's great news. So you can see that now. The parts car just does it again. Definitely not going to get rid of this car until I'm completely sold this one, obviously, guys. But I was thinking about sort of running it in, scrapping it like 2 days ago. But I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm just going to see if we need anything else. But wow, just unbelievable. So parts car is definitely the way forward when it comes to doing this. I'll definitely do it again. Like the next cars I buy, whatever, I'll definitely looking for a parts car if it was that much work to be done, that much parts that I needed. It's just, yeah, works out great. Right, that's that for now. I can blow the air line through the water washer jet in a minute. Let's take this Hyundai Santa Fe to the MOT centre. Let's see if we can get this through, guys. This is really what we want to get through as well today. Any advisories, I'm going to speak to the owner, see if he wants me to do them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing comes through, but you never know. So let's get this to the MOT centre first, and then we'll see what happens. I'll come back to you when I'm back, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'll show you the results. Whew, what a day so far. Let's continue. Let's go and take this car to the MOT centre. See you soon, guys. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre. So let me show you the results on this one. So we have a pass with a small defect, which is a battery bolt that's missing on the thing. He did mention that to me, but I forgot all about that. So yeah, but at least it's a pass with a minor defect. So I will. The mileage on this car is nothing. Look at the mileage difference on that. Look, it's just not doing the miles in it. 90, then 95. So that's 5,000. It's just nothing, is it? Nothing. This car is doing no mileage. No wonder it looks so good. So, but yeah. So we've got a pass, but we've got a small defect. So I will be putting that bolt on the battery for him as well, just so that it's done. And then, you know, if anyone sees the MOT pass certificate, they can have a look and go, well, there's a battery bolt. So I'll do it so that there's no question, there's no argument there. And then, yeah, this one is completely done and finished. You can take it away. And he can part X it or get rid of it and sell it, whatever he wants to do with it. But so far, we are doing all right today. We have got to get back on the Zafira. We have got the windscreen washer not working on the Zafira. So we've got to work out what's going on there. I think it's going to be the actual motor on the washer bottle is probably blocked. It was working. It just drives me mad because it was working. And now it doesn't work, so which is a bloody shame. But I'll look into that, and then I'll come back to you and let you know the results. But yeah, good result on this though, guys. It's all done for him, and he can take it today. So leave it with me for now. I'll come back to you in a bit, and I'll see you soon. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre again. I've been backs and forwards to that place all day, taking the cars. But, yeah, I'll show you the results. Obviously, you know, it's going to be a pass now because I've done the repairs and on the little bits and pieces, the spring and the washer jet. It was actually blocked on the actual motor for the washer jet bottle. There's a little plastic rubber filter, and it just blocks so quick. They always do like that. So all it do is clean it out, and that's it. It worked, but it worked before I took it because I checked, and it's just got worse. Obviously on the way there or something. I don't know. Never mind. We are done. We have a pass, and apart from a good clean, really, in the inside and outside, this one's really kind of done. I've got to be honest. So I'll just crack. It ain't that dirty. I've been doing it as I go, so it isn't really that dirty. I've got to be honest. It's not that bad. Gonna do the seats, obviously. Get the upholstery cleaner. Do the same thing. Do that. Might do that tomorrow. We'll see how we go in about tomorrow's video. So I might be jumping on this, giving this a good clean with the carpet cleaner and stuff like that, so the new owner can see exactly what I've been doing and what's been done to it. But yeah, apart from that, this one's done. So this took a long time, this one, I've got to be honest, because it had the new clutch, didn't it? New clutch, all the service parts were done, all the bits and pieces were replaced, got it all back together, but definitely worth it now. You know, 79,000, 63 plate, you know, got a full ticket MOT, you know, no issues with that whatsoever now. I've done all the bits and pieces, and it's just a nice 7-seater family car, if not taxi, really. Sort of taxi people use them as well. So I don't think this is going to hang around for very long. Not quite sure on the price at the minute. I've still got to do a little bit more research, but plenty of money in this car. Honestly, unbelievable, because of that parts car. If it wasn't for that parts car, yeah, this would have cost a few quid to get changed over. Let's be honest, but because of that parts car, just saved me a fortune. It literally saved me a fortune. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'll probably spend. You know, the parts car cost me £800. I'm going to get £400 back from the scrap, so it's only cost me £400. So every single thing that I've taken off that car has only cost me £400. And if I bought them separately, it would have been over £1,000. I you know, it close to that kind of mark. I reckon about £1,000 for everything. So even though I've got an investment in the parts car, it's definitely worth doing it that way. I got very lucky, very lucky when it comes to finding that parts car. You know, don't get me wrong, guys. And I've had a few people tell me that, you know, the shade of that bumper is a slight different shade to the wing. But most bumpers are a different shade. Newer cars are a different shade. And it ain't that far out, I've got to be honest. It's pretty much bang on, like the original bumper. So the original bumpers were slightly off when it comes to the colour. But, yeah, guys, apart from a good clean all round, really, she's more or less done. Really happy with the way this has come out. And it drives lovely. Honestly, a really nice drive this car is. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me getting this one done and the Hyundai Santa Fe through the MOT, all the rear brakes and that was all done, service and stuff. So please give the video a thumbs up. Drop me a comment if you've got anything to say. Good or bad. Just drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. How am I doing? And yeah, take care. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.